It's week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, step. Keep looking away from the camera.
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Football Team.
You should have chance
No
take.
run
You
back
should have
here
chance
on the
take.
opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Washington offense ready to take over, and you see Taylor Heineke at the helm in his second season with the football team.
Bro, would you ever let somebody need chance? You ever?
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
Huh?
And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Throwing. Heineke. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Good.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
Torn Labbin. How do you turn that?
In the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33.
Yo, what's going on? It was like a pile. How are they holding, buddy?
Return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
They'll run with Barkley.
Hey, bro, I would.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Hey, me too. The triple T, bro. Of course, you already know. Triple T.
It shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league.
Yo, where did he go?
Game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Triple T.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation. That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were.
That's it. You let ballerina cappuccino.
Only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
No.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Flushed out
For this
right.
second string focus to change.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah.
Burrow
what did your
on
uncle
play
say?
action. Buying time to his left. That is caught by Lamb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Wait, Robin?
A big play that time through the air.
Robin.
36 yards. Here
Bro.
we go now on 1st and goal.
Okay.
Barkley. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
No, not from
A
just
drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
Michael Ferguson. Yeah. No, from
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. Forced out to his left.
Bro, no, that's OG's game, bro. OG and the move. That's OG and the move, bro.
By the Cowboys. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Holding defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10.
So easy.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Who'd you say? Hey, bro, you know ball.
Play action. It's Burrow. Going for it all. And it will be caught, but out of...
Okay. His foot was in a... That's looking challenging.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag.
Yo,
taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Are you on the Mexico?
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And
bro,
that's
yes,
what they want to play
he's
to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Yo, go to the comments. Yo.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call it.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley.
Yo.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Exactly.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot
just
of
like Ocho Cinco, bro.
these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much.
Yo, that's like a crazy statement.
Go to the playoffs instead of 6.
Best statement of the year, bro.
Remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that. Partner, he was going through his progression.
Not sure who is this guy.
After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it.
Yo.
And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Heineke to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second
Is that
down.
Kirk Cousins?
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week. And
Is that Kyron Lacy?
Still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Bo's bag. Little Bo's bag, bro. Even the backups. Go up. Go up. Go up. Yo.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
you can't be whipping out them. In full uniform, bro. Like this is way worse than mine, bro.
And Thomas has it. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line.
Who are these randoms, bro?
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some
Jay
space
Cutler
in the middle of
and the
field,
Bears.
right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw.
Of course.
And they hooked up there for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It does not look like a. Let's see the comments, bro.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin.
Bro does not have a whistle color, bro.
Bounds all the way down at the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
Yo.
I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now,
What does Cooper Cup look like that, bro?
I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Yo.
Again, McKissick, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And Washington has made this a one-score game. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that one an 8-play drive.
Yo, that's probably a dude that said that. Look at his profile.
With a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field.
Wait, go to the profile, bro. This is 7 days ago. 7 days ago. It's a week ago.
Tony Pollard from his end zone. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August or in preseason.
But we knew this, bro.
Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
That is not, bro.
Duran Payne
hey, bro.
able to
Go to the comments, bro. I bet they frying.
Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try
It's
to
small.
go back to the air again.
Yo.
This time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards,
What?
not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his back.
And that's caught inside the
Game
35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for Dallas. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jamar Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
I'm not gonna lie.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
Okay. Oh, bro, go back. Step on dudes. Just go back. Miles Garrett. Come on, Nicholas. Maybe so funny, bro.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
Hey, bro.
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
McKissick again on 2nd down. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He gets it to Thomas.
So
he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Yo, wait. No.
It's Heineke. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Yo.
Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke.
The screen is black. Yo.
Incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
The screen is black. The screen is black, bro. The screen is black. The screen is black.
DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Great looking, bro.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's found the end zone twice. And now
you should never.
About set for this next drive with the Cowboys offense.
I didn't see.
Under a minute to go. Still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big
Bro,
play right there.
It keeps going to black,
This
bro.
is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to
She's going to black, bro.
They'll roll him out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Washington now going to use the
take a screenshot, bro.
Timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go.
Yo, bro, take a screenshot, bro.
They'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down.
It's a black screen, bro.
Timeouts. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's
no, it's still black.
They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches.
What's the call on?
Boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in
That's
prime
why.
position going the other way.
I have control of my phone, so I talking to somebody who's black.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, good stuff,
This is
bro.
1st and
Good
goal
stuff,
and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
That's enough, bro. You getting a little bit too deep in it, bro.
And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah,
Imagine they had CBA Stroud, bro.
The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
From the gun, Heineke. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. It's a foot race.
No, we're getting
He's
checked
at the
tonight.
40,
We're getting checked
past
tonight.
the 20. And he takes this one back into
You
the
take
end
good,
zone.
you know.
The Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start off with a couple of teams that met twice in Super Bowls. Cincinnati looking for revenge as they host San Francisco. And it's the Niners who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jimmy Garoppolo. Next, we'll stay in the AFC South as we fly through Kentucky and on down to Nashville to check on the Tennessee Titans. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the Jaguars as that one's gone to halftime. Ryan Tannehill's thrown a touchdown there. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here.
No, it's it. No comments. Thank you.
Pollard to return from the end zone.
What you mean, bro?
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Yo. Why is the wind moving with it, bro?
Playoff race time. We give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today,
just the what
we
if.
kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup
Mr.
right
What
now?
if?
Because to me, just about anyone this whole thing
Yo.
out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
2 runs in a row.
Yo,
only
you're
2 yards
like
to
a
show
bro.
for it. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Hey, yo.
There's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be
Another
looking
one
at the
says
scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the
Probably
third
fell asleep
quarter.
to this,
I
bro.
think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league.
That's the
They
same
don't want
one.
to fall victim to it themselves.
Probably fell asleep to this, bro.
There, and that one winds up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow.
This is type. This is
Deep left side here.
Devontae Smith.
A jump ball, and this is caught. A big
He's
play
so
here for
good, bro.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone
Yo, sit.
on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the run, it's Barkley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right
The
now.
neck.
Convincing
The neck.
lead.
I gotta
think
see the
this is where they
comments,
put on
bro.
the boxing gloves, start to try
I gotta
to
see the
pound them into
comments, bro.
submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead,
It is
you start
neck.
playing a
You
little more
go.
physically.
You see his
And
neck,
they took
bro.
that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Burrow. Now he's got it.
Jamar Chase is actually crazy, bro.
All the way down at the 3.
A lot of deflated looks on
No.
that defense. It seems like
I
they
know I
just
did
cannot
not see
find a
Brandon
way to get a
Ollie,
key
bro.
stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it.
Thought you were about to upload it, bro.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the
Where's
plate as
Saquon
they
at,
stop
bro?
him right around the 1.
Wait, what?
Barkley again. And this time they were
Had a
waiting
long
for him
night.
as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That
He
backs
had a
him
long
up
night.
1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Zoom in, bro.
Here's Barkley. And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year.
That's enough,
and
bro.
the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd
That's enough,
quarter,
bro.
drive right down
That's
the
enough.
field to extend their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Heineke. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Heineke's throw into the hands of McClellan.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Looking to throw. Heineke.
He finds his man complete. It's Thomas. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
A carry now for McKissick. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Heineke.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Now Heineke. Touchdown, Washington. Jared Patterson
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
2nd and 6.
We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down, Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd down, Barkley. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Barkley, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line 1 more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Heineke. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year.